Hello, white people. I'm sure that you all know that there is an audit of the 2020 election going on in Arizona right now, and who knows when that's going to come to an end. I was listening to Owen, what is his last name, from InfoWars, and, he's part of that tribe that plays both sides of the equation. Anyway, he said that the election results will be in August. I was thinking, how does he know that? So I got on the internet and I looked to see when they would be done with the election, the audit. And the only thing that I could find was that within the last week, there's news articles saying that they're halfway through this audit. So maybe August is it. And it would be interesting if it was August 4th, which happens to be Obama's birthday. And if you guys ever watch the YouTube channel Jurassic Liars, he says that Trump is going to be assassinated on August 4th. I don't know if that's true or not, but definitely some interesting correlations. So anyway, so I was talking to some people in my real life, and I was really surprised at the response, because I thought that I could be wrong on this, that even if the election results the audit results prove that Trump won, I didn't think that anything could be changed. Once everything gets certified, that's it, it's all locked in. But this person I was talking to said that it was going to be on, and they were going to. So if Trump really won, which we don't even know if this audit's even going to be legit, because they play both sides of the equation. People are going to start fighting. People are going to snap. I think this is going to be the thing that breaks them, because Biden has been very expensive for America. Oh my gosh. Gas prices have gone up. All prices are going up. I mean, the gas prices go up because, the cost to ship everything. That just makes everything go up. And I was just talking to one of my friends who owns a store, and she's just beside herself. She says, I can't even afford to buy my supplies anymore just because the shipping has gone up so much. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Anyway, so our best bet is to always be as independent from the machine as possible. And goofily enough, the potato. How does a potato make us independent? I know it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Oh, sometimes I think I am ridiculous. But anyway, I planted a potato today, and I was thinking about, what was a video that I saw that was related to the potato. And there's this guy named Brian Falk. He has a YouTube channel and a BitChute channel called The Alternative Hypothesis. And he made a video about the potato. And I know, it's like, where is she going with this? Anyway, I couldn't find it, else I would have linked it. He said that the population growth is related to the potato, not wheat. A lot of people think that wheat was a staple that caused the population to grow, and it was actually the potato. Potato is much easier to grow, much more reliable. All you have to do is have some dirt and good draining soil. Throw your potato in, cover it up. And if you're one of those potato weirdos like me, you just, you put it in last time I grew potatoes, I did it in a 5-gallon or 56-gallon container, plastic container. I know, don't do that because the plastic will leach into your food. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You can grow a potato in just about anything. You can even grow your potato in your compost pile. So if you've never grown potatoes, it's pretty easy. So get a container, say for example, a 56-gallon tote, poke some holes in the bottom. You got to make sure that there's good drainage. If there's bad drainage, it will make your potatoes rot. And then make sure that container is lifted up off the ground so that there's no stagnating water. Put in some dirt and put in your potatoes, and then cover them up, and just maybe an inch or two above the potato. And then every time greenery pokes through, you just keep covering up the greenery. You want to sprinkle just enough dirt on to cover up the greenery. And you want to make sure that dirt's real loose, because potatoes, they can't really fight. They don't do so well in harder soil. But anyway, and then you'll end up with the whole thing full of potatoes. It's pretty cool in 90 days. Just kind of make sure that the greenery has a flower on it. Only needs one flower, but 90 days, like clockwork. And I think that you can leave your potatoes in the ground indefinitely until you need them. Just a way to secure food, food security. It's kind of weird that the media has been talking about food insecurity. That with the Hegelian dialectic, that predictive programming, food insecurity. The potato will give you food security, and the best place, in my opinion, to get seed potatoes is the grocery store. Just buy a bag of organic potatoes and plant them. 90 days. You want to have your potatoes time to pick them, or at least start harvesting them by just before it freezes. And the way that your potatoes are ready to go is when your greenery starts flopping over and dies. That's pretty easy. Potatoes are pretty easy to grow. They don't take a whole lot. Anyway, so I really like that channel, The Alternative Hypothesis, and unfortunately he's deleted a lot of his videos, and there's a bunch of them on BitChute, but not really, I don't know. There's some newer ones that I haven't seen, but not really the ones that I really liked. Some of them are there. Not the one about the potato, though. How the potato changed the world. Anyway, so, in general, whenever you're thinking about food prep or food, being food secure, always plan for a natural disaster, because you can't really predict what the nutty government's going to do and how it's going to affect systems, supply systems, and this just-in-time. Just-in-time, it's just so fragile. I apologize for the weird edit. My app is going and I cannot even hear what I say. So everything I record now, I cannot go over it to hear what I have said. Isn't that fun? Until I've downloaded it onto my phone. Yay me. Anyway, there is going to be a heat wave in the United States, specifically the Pacific Northwest. Now, I can recall it getting, near Portland, Oregon, getting up to 104 degrees. I don't remember it getting higher, but it did get higher. I guess the historic high was 107. But, it was really weird. It was 104 degrees, and then when the temperature went down to 98, I had to wear a sweater because I got cold. But anyway, so can you say weather modification? I think the only state so far that it's illegal to do weather modification where you don't see them spraying the skies is in North Dakota. Anyway, here is a clip from
Excessive heat alerts are already in effect for the Northwest as they get ready for what will be historic heat coming their way this weekend and into early next week. Temperatures will be running 25 to 40 degrees above average. There's a look at the latest heat alerts, and notice where the pinks are. That's where we're going to have temperatures soaring into the upper 90s and over 100 through the weekend and into early next week. Not only are we talking about some extremely hot afternoons, but there won't be much cooling off overnight. So overnight lows are going to stay in the 70s and low 80s in a lot of spots. Now, here's a look at forecast highs through the weekend and where we could see some potential record breakers, and not just record breakers, but all-time records broken through the weekend and into next week. Here's a look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and this shows that this pattern is likely to continue to the beginning of July.
If you look at any of the weather history of the Northwest, it showed that the weather in the Pacific Northwest averages in the summertime between 70 and 80 degrees. This heat is absolutely ridiculous, and I think that these planes spraying all this shit is causing this. I mean, I don't have exact proof, but if you've ever been up 30,000 feet, it's negative 30 degrees. There's no reason for planes, and it's a consistent 30,000 or negative, negative 30 degrees. Because if you ever fly in an airplane, because they give you all this information. there's no reason for these planes flying by to occasionally, like commercial airline. Why doesn't a commercial airline leave a trail? And why is it these special planes only leave trails? And how come the trails are only broken up? And how come sometimes they dissipate? And how come sometimes they form a haze, whatever? I mean, come on, these people trying to tell us that there's no weather modification. They're idiots. All right, white people. That's it for now. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to your thoughts below.